about having your own gym. So you can train when you fucking want. Just clear your head. Train at midnight if you wanted to. The only problem is, you're all probably clicking on this video thinking, what new training tip is he going to show me today? Well, I'm not. Because I don't have anyone to hold the camera. So unless I'm sort of holding it with one hand and rah, double contractions, double stretch, it's going to be pretty fucking impossible. But I will give you a bit of food for thought, a little tip on people around you, friends. Now, I'm in the gym contemplating things, thinking about the people around me, and every now and then something somebody would have said 3 months ago might click in my head all of a sudden, and I might think, what's he mean about that? Now, some of you might call that fucking paranoia. Some of you might think, Aaron, go get some fucking help. Well, I do get help, I get it every week. But some may say, well, that's just keeping your wits about you. And I think when you have quite a lot, like I do, it's very hard to distinguish the people that are around you for the wrong reasons. But whether you have a lot or whether you don't have much at all, the concept is just the same. So I'm going to show you I'm going to tell you all how I'm thinking, and maybe some of you should take the same thought process. So forget about the social media status. Forget about the brand, my name. Just think of me as a person. It is a privilege to be my friend. It's a fucking privilege. Why? Because I'm superior in a good way. I value myself. I know what sort of a friend I am. I know how much I can give somebody, my loyalty. I value myself. To be my friend is a fucking privilege, to have my trust. And that's how you should be. It should be a privilege to be your friend. A privilege that can be taken away like that. The moment somebody shows disloyal, the moment somebody gives me cause for concern, the moment somebody makes me feel physically unsafe, threatened, bullied, the moment somebody lets me down, the moment somebody doesn't defend me but talks about me, that's when the privilege can be taken away like that. And I think you will go through life where you will have little levels in your head, and you will have friends on certain levels, and you will have real close friends at real high levels, and then all of a sudden you'll be out with them, or something will happen, you'll call them when you needed them, or they won't do a favour for you when you've done so much for them, or they'll have took the piss in some way that would have made you just sit back and think later on, well, why has it been like that for? You would have all done it. Maybe you'd have gone home after a party and you'd be speaking to your missus. Why was Darren like that for? Why was he acting like that? What did he mean by that? If you are having this conversation with your partner, or you are having this conversation with your friend or yourself about somebody who's supposed to be your friend, then to me, that's a cause for concern. That's a red flag. Now, I have my psychotherapy every week with a beautiful lady called Ella. And she's taught me about these red flags. And she's really hit home. At first I thought, fucking hell, I've heard all this shit before. But then when she goes into details and shows me how I can protect myself, it works, as basic as it is. When somebody starts giving you red flags, that's when you can think, okay, maybe I'll store that one, but maybe we'll let this one go. Then when it happens again, cut ties. That doesn't necessarily mean fall out of them, just you don't need to be associated with people like that. If they give you cause for concern, then distance yourself. And I'm starting to have a think now, and certain things that have been going on with me. And I feel like, with some, I feel like I'm paying them to be my friend. I don't need to pay you to be my friend. Fuck me, the world has millions of fucking humans in it. I can find a friend for free. Fucking hell. Just showing you kindness, showing you loyalty. That should be enough to want to be my friend. And that's why I say this, like I said at the beginning. It is a privilege to be my friend. A privilege that can be taken away like that. Now, I've had a lot of friends, a lot of you that have known, that have followed me, a lot of friends that have come and gone. But them ones that have come and gone have never been old friends. I've never known them for more than a year and a half, any of them. But my closest friends, people like Stu, people like James, these people are tight to me. They have never had one red flag, and that tells me something about them, about their personality. I've got other good friends that I've met along the way that also haven't given me any red flags. Billy, Eddie. So you need to really, really, really concentrate on who's taking the piss out of you and who isn't. And I think somebody in my position, it's a lot harder to see the signs, to notice the red flags. But for you guys and girls that are following me, maybe you see them, but you just ignore them. I know I used to. And then I end up having people that are friends with me for the wrong reasons. But just keep in mind that it's a privilege to be your friend. I would be privileged to be your friend. If you had as much trust and as much loyalty as what I have, then it would be a privilege for me to be your friend. And I think that is a bigger tip than any. And probably appropriate for this training session. On that note, enjoy your bank holiday, what's left of it. Half a training, baby.